Hey, Sophia, you're working at your cafe right now, aren't you? Take a look at the cafe across the road.
Oh, hi, Emily. Are you talking about that stylish cafe with the grand opening tomorrow across from us?
Exactly.
What's up with that place?
Well, surprise, it's actually my cafe.
How did you manage to gather enough funds for it?
How? Geez, that sounded like you're saying I'm broke or something. Isn't that a bit harsh?
Oh, no, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry, it's just. Emily, every time we have tea with our mom friends, you always complain about not having enough money. So when I heard about the sudden cafe opening, I wondered when you managed to save up the money.
It's a secret. It's confidential, haha.
Oh, okay. I'm not trying to pry, so don't worry.
By the way, you've been sounding quite confident in your replies, but deep down, aren't you a bit worried?
Well, I mean, since it's right in front of your shop, it might seem like direct competition, but maybe we'll attract different customer bases and things will settle down eventually.
Oh, you're so innocent, he. I was convinced that your customers would flock to my cafe, so I started a trendy cafe right in front of your old coffee shop. He.
Old coffee shop, that's.
Well, it is old, isn't it? I heard that your coffee shop has been around since your grandfather's time and hasn't had any proper renovations. It's an outdated, shabby place.
Emily, I understand that we're considered rivals in business, but please refrain from speaking ill of my shop.
Oh, come on. Don't be so dramatic. I don't care about your shabby coffee shop at all.
I'd appreciate it if you referred to it as a vintage establishment.
Well, it's all about how you phrase it. By the way, that dirty little shop of yours, it's unsanitary. It might close soon due to food poisoning.
Well, that would be a serious issue for a food establishment. Let's both be careful, okay?
Oh, we're clean, so no worries. Don't compare us to your worn-out old coffee shop. Starting tomorrow, there will be a huge difference in sales, I'm sure. It's because your place is shabby. That's why it won't work. Don't hold a grudge against my fashionable and beautiful cafe that I'm so proud of, okay? Hi. Hey, Sophia. So that old cafe of yours, could it be? Is it difficult because are there no customers?
Good evening, Emily. It's not like the sales have completely disappeared or anything. It's within our expectations for now.
Oh my, putting on a brave face, huh? By the way, about your cafe. Your husband, Harry, is also involved in the management, right?
Hey, yeah, well, he is.
If you're interested, how about I hire Harry at my place?
Excuse me?
I mean, if you're struggling with the slump and all, having Harry join us could help you save on labor costs, right?
We're not in such a dire situation that we need to cut down on labor costs. We're doing fine, really.
Oh my, acting tough, huh? Laughs. You've seen the long queues at my cafe since we opened, right? In just 1 week, we've become such a popular spot. And if we add the handsome dad, Harry, into the mix, plus promote the dynamic duo of the beautiful mom, me, and him, it would be the most perfect and stylish cafe ever.
Oh, so you opened the cafe with the intention of winning over my husband?
Haha, what can I say? It's my little secret.
Well, let me clarify. My husband, Harry, doesn't seem interested in your cafe or in you, for that matter.
How?
Just so you know, Harry's selling point at our cafe is not his looks.
Really?
Right now, what you should be focused on, Emily, is not this confusing pursuit of Harry or trying to compete with me. Instead, you should be thinking about how to sustain and manage your newly opened cafe effectively.
Oh, I don't need that kind of advice. After all, I've turned my cafe into a place with long queues in just 1 week.
During the initial opening period, the novelty attracts more customers. The real challenge lies ahead, so it's better not to let your guard down.
I wouldn't want to hear that from someone in a rundown cafe that's empty.
I'm telling you, our business situation is not as dire as you think, okay?
Sure, laughs. Well then, about hiring Harry at my place. I'd appreciate a prompt response, wink.
I've already told you, I have no intention of accepting your offer to hire him, okay?
Oh no, you've finally done it, haven't you? Didn't I warn you? Now that you've had a case of food poisoning, it seems like you won't be able to keep the shop running, right? Oh dear. It's tough when both spouses are unemployed, isn't it? If you're interested, I can hire Harry at my place, just him.
What's this sudden offer about? Please don't go around spreading rumors about food poisoning at my place. It's not good for business.
Oh no, don't tell me you were planning to neglect your duty to report to the health department. Oh no, no way. Do you even realize the responsibility of running a food establishment?
What evidence do you have to make such claims?
The commotion with the ambulance last night. It created such a fuss, so it's hard for you to play innocent, isn't it?
Last night,
An ambulance stopped in front of your shabby cafe, and I witnessed someone being taken away. As a witness to the incident, I made sure to have a good conversation with the manager of the nearby restaurant, who is a prominent figure in the local food and beverage industry. We discussed the disaster preparedness and crisis management skills of your rundown cafe.
Emily?
I spread the word around, you know?
Actually, we were closed yesterday.
How?
It was our regular day off. We were taking a break.
How closed?
I heard about the commotion that happened last night, though. Apparently, the wife of the neighboring restaurant fell down the stairs and had to be taken away by an ambulance. However, at that time, 2 cars were illegally parked right in front of the restaurant. The arriving ambulance had no choice but to park in front of our cafe. So, that's what you saw.
Oh, is that so?
By the way, Emily, you didn't even know the exact day off of your direct competitor right in front of you. Is that part of your sound business strategy?
No, I knew.
Then why did you start spreading rumors about food poisoning coming from our place?
Well,
And spreading lies without even understanding the details of the ambulance incident, especially when it directly affects the reputation and survival of our shops, is quite malicious, don't you think?
that wasn't my intention.
And another thing, those 2 illegally parked cars were apparently owned by your friends who came to your cafe, right?
How?
Despite receiving complaints from the restaurant, you ignored them.
Wait, how do you know all that?
It's through the network of neighboring businesses.
Network?
This area has many long-established businesses, so the connections among us are quite strong. That's why the owner of the restaurant, to whom you told the story about our cafe causing food poisoning, doesn't believe a word of it. By the way, that owner happens to be my husband's cousin.
What's that? I thought this was my chance to crush your shabby cafe.
But isn't it good that you failed?
What do you mean?
If people had actually believed the food poisoning story and it spread to the customers, we could have been sued for defamation and interference with business, as it directly affects the reputation and survival of our shop.
How?
In other words, we narrowly avoided having a criminal record.
Criminal record?
It means we stopped just short of becoming criminals.
Oh, don't be so overdramatic. Don't say scary things.
It's not overdramatic at all. Such precedents exist all over the country, you know. But let's get back to the point. The real intention behind trying to cause this food poisoning incident was to get back at me for not luring my husband, Harry, to your cafe, right?
How?
Harry was quite persistently approached and had to firmly decline. He sighed with relief, you know.
Well, I mean,
You thought that the only reason my cafe is still running without financial trouble is because Harry is good looking and that's why customers are flocking to us, right?
well, I couldn't think of any other reason. So, if I make Harry mine,
Do you really think that such a cliche reason would be enough to keep the shop running for 60 years?
huh? 60 years?
Well, Harry is indeed good looking, and it's true that some customers come for that reason. But our biggest selling point is being a specialized coffee cafe.
Huh? Specialized coffee?
Harry, who used to be a regular customer here, was taught about coffee by my father, the previous owner, ever since he married me and started running the shop together. In other words, he upholds the tradition of the shop, which focuses on coffee.
Tradition.
To be more specific, our target customers are not young women aiming for Instagrammable moments like at your cafe. I mentioned before that our customer base is different from yours. The current discussion is about the details of that.
I see.
Well, it seems like you should start feeling a sense of crisis about the survival of your own shop.
How?
The attitude of your floor staff is there's too much idle chatter, the presentation of ordered snacks and desserts is sloppy, and the female manager is acting arrogant, creating a negative atmosphere in the shop. The declining number of customers is probably due to those reasons, don't you think?
What are you saying?
I heard you're begging your mom friends for money. Is your business doing okay?
Just leave me alone.
Not long after that, Emily faced a crisis in the survival of her cafe, and at the same time, her family fell into a state of turmoil. The preparation funds for the cafe, which I had always found mysterious, turned out to be the result of gathering several million yen from savings and closing fixed deposit accounts that her husband had accumulated during his single days. Her husband, who was away on business, was furious when he found out. Furthermore, it seems that news of her infatuation with my husband reached someone's ears. This caused even greater anger from her husband. It appeared that she had neglected her children, immersing herself in the management of the cafe. From a devastating divorce and custody battle to the closure of the cafe and plunging into a debt nightmare, she experienced a dramatic downfall. As a result, she was left with no choice but to work relentlessly, day and night, to repay her debts and live in extreme poverty.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.